Guys, hope you guys are all having a good Thursday. I usually say having a good start, but it's like way past noon, so it's not an early morning video. I have been like looking forward to having this day off since last Thursday when I started working on some of my crafting stuff. I think I made a video yesterday morning. I think it was yesterday morning I made one. And I told you guys about the puzzle charms. So I started yesterday and I started to paint some of them before I went to work. Hit them with some acrylic paint and went on to work, and then started working on them this morning. So I have two of them here I'm still working on, and I will share those with you guys and talk to you about some of the other projects that I'm working on. And yeah, we're just going to have one of those kind of chitty chat crafting kind of videos today. On a side note, Terry's doing okay. I haven't gotten any mail from him. Still waiting on mail. Mail is slow. It is very slow. I can't wait until they get the tablets where he's able to send me emails and in like real time. That would be wonderful. A lot of my mail keeps getting sent back too because I keep putting artwork in there, and they watch a lot closely now where he's at with the mail because I had called and, you know, I was like, I'm not getting any letters from him. So they sent like 3 letters and a card back. So he's like, just kind of hold off on doing any artwork in them for a little while until whatever happens, you know, blows over. So still waiting on a letter. They will come. They will come sooner or later. So it's a beautiful day here where I'm at. Not too cold outside. The kids actually took off and went to the lake. They are on this kick now where we've got a fish pond out here in the yard. And they are bringing minnows home. So they got them a bucket and they got one of those butterfly nets from the Dollar Tree. And they're like, Mom, we'll be back later. I'm like, awesome. So it's good. It's good that they get outside. Because my son, he would sit on the tablet like 24/7. You know. Anyways, on a side note, I don't know. I feel like I'm losing my train of thought. I'm a little tired, but I'm looking forward to getting some rest in today and relaxing and working on as many projects in here as I can. I have a problem. It seems it's different from before. I have started and not really like progressed very much on some of the projects. I've gotten like 3 or 4 things going at one time. But when I seen these puzzle charms the other night on Pinterest, I was like, oh, make them. I gotta make them. I gotta make them. They're so cheap. You know, I got the puzzles from Dollar Tree, and I know I showed this to you guys already. And this is a cute little cat too, and I hate to ruin it, but the pieces are a good size. So I'm kicking myself. I should have went on and got the smaller puzzle pieces because these are good, but I feel like the smaller pieces added to this would be just wonderful. So I am going to make a mental note to stop by Dollar Tree like maybe Sunday when I come home, because the Dollar Tree that's closest to me is in Gainesville versus going to the old Dollar Tree I used to shop at, which is like 30 miles away now. And I'm going to get the smaller pieces, but this is 9.1 by 10.3 inches in size. The other one is a little bit bigger. These are 11.2 by, well, let's see, 11.2 inches by 8.7 inches. So these are bigger. These are the ones that I'm working with right now. And all I did was take them out of the box and I painted them with just just regular old black acrylic paint. I didn't do any kind of sandpaper or any of that kind of stuff. A lot of people say if you're going to do acrylic paint, you know, because it doesn't bond very well, to like hit it with sandpaper and make it rough, you know, like when we do our altered cards. But I didn't. I threw the paint on there, threw them on a sheet of paper and let them dry, and they're fine. I mean, it dried really well. So I painted them yesterday, and then I came back this morning, and I've got 2 of them here. They're not quite done, but they're close enough that I can share them with you. So I'm going to go back and get the other puzzle pieces for sure. These are fun. These are a lot of fun. So let's see. I painted them with the black acrylic. I can't talk, y'all. What do we do when we can't talk? I painted them with the black acrylic paint first. Then I went back over with, I love apple barrel paint. You can get it at Walmart. It's 50 cents a bottle. I'm El Cheapo when it comes to paint. Now, I love the Waverly paint too, and I talk about that all the time. So I hit it with some Cloudless, the Cloudless shade first. Then I went with the Wisteria shade. Same thing, apple barrel. Then I started with the Mod Podge, and I was looking at my bottle. This is actually Puzzle Saver, but y'all, it's working. It's working. And then I used, where's the glue at? I have a small bottle of glue. I don't have my glue gun here yet. This glue is at Dollar Tree, and I've seen it at Dollar General. It is amazing, y'all. It is amazing. It bonds very, very well. It doesn't take very long to dry. It works on different materials, and it was only $1. So you want to get you some of that for sure. I am using 28 gauge beading wire. I got a bunch of that and some beads that I purchased a long time ago, like a long time ago. I have some of these acrylic little flower like roses. I used some of those. I used my favorite little bead sheets, which this is almost empty, but I got these from Dollar Tree, so I used some of those. I have some of these metal like charm holder things that are on here, and I know I'm not giving y'all no justice, but you'll be able to see that in just a second. And then it's just some metal charms, and then I took some of the wire, which is a little bit heavier gauge than this wire, and I made a little hoop, if you can imagine a hoop earring, and I put it on the side. And then I have these little charms. I love these little boxes. If you can get these little boxes, they are good for holding, you know, like your little metal pieces that you don't want to lose. And it works a lot better than a bag, except you need both hands to open it. And in here, I have a bunch of these little angel charms. I have all kinds of little charms in here. Of course, it's going to be at the very bottom. So I have a bunch of these little charms that look like this, if I can get it held right, that look like that. So I put one of those on there. And then my calendar, my wonderful calendar that I brag so much about. I love that calendar, y'all. I cut out one of the squares that's on the back of this. This is just kind of like the preview on the back of the calendar. And I literally like Mod Podged it to the puzzle piece and then folded it and cut the pages, cut the pieces that were extra hanging off. Just folded them and cut them, and it worked perfectly. And then I have a printout somewhere over here that has some little angels on there. They were a free printout that I had like in a folder. I used one of those on here in the corner. And then these stickers, I don't know where I got these stickers from. I want to say maybe Dollar Tree. And I used these in the other project that I showed you guys yesterday. Oh, she loved that, y'all. She absolutely loved that when I took it over there to her. But I used those stickers too. So real quick, let me show you how far I've gotten on them. So here's the first one. Isn't it pretty? And I used just regular wire. And I just hung it like that. Now, I'm not done with this one quite yet. But you see at the bottom down there where the little piece is hanging off? That is where I want to do like a small puzzle piece. So that is how far I've gotten on this one. And then this one, I don't have a hook on it yet, but I'll go ahead and show it to you. This is the other one that I'm still working on this one now. So I used a little bit of glitter up there at the top. You can see how beautiful the angel is. Like, these are fun, y'all. These are a lot of fun. So that's my plan for today, is to continue working on these. I have a bunch of cookie tins that someone gave to me that they were going to throw away. So I actually hit it with some chalk paint yesterday and then came back through and hit it with some black acrylic. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I'm probably going to alter it. I was thinking about making a container to put some of these charms in and maybe gifting it to somebody. I don't know. And then I have some small shoe boxes. A friend of mine's got a little girl, and the shoe boxes are real small. So it's just a regular cardboard shoebox. So I painted it black. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet, but that's the problem I'm running into. I keep starting projects, and then I'm like, oh, let me stop. You know, I want to do this, I want to do that, you know. So the puzzle charms has kind of got my attention for today. I want to try to see how many of them I can get made, and keep your eye out over on Facebook, and I'll share them over there as I get them, you know, finished. And then, I don't know. I still have the shelf to do. I haven't gotten that far with it yet. I did paint it, but I don't know. That's just the way I work. I start something and then, you know, go back to it. And then sometimes I start two or three more things before I ever get back over to working on it. But that's the fun in crafting. You know, there's no rules. So I was happy to come home, and some of my plants have actually started sprouting up. So that's cool. We have one plant I call the I don't know plant because I don't know what the seeds were. That was one of the ones that I planted before I bought my herb seeds, so I don't know what's in there yet. So I transplanted the celery and I put it in a regular flower pot. I've got new growth in it. And then my lettuce has started sprouting, but none of the other herbs have yet. So I'm still keeping an eye on those. So my plan today is just rest and crafting, and I'll share as I go over on Facebook. So I hope you guys all are having a good day. I hope this inspires you. Real cheap project. There's not much effort into it. You can do kind of whatever you want to do with them. You know what I mean? So I guess that's it, guys. I'm gonna get off of here and get back into this, and keep your eye open up on Facebook, and I will share them as I create them today. So I might end up painting some more pieces, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I should probably go take a nap, like a power nap, and then wake up and stay up all night. Because I'm used to staying up all night anyways, you know. So I'm getting your messages over here. I'm getting your comments. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel. Maybe in the morning we'll do some coffee chit chat, and I'll share some of these finished ones with you, and we'll read back on the comments. So other than that, enjoy your Thursday. Get out if you can, if it's nice where you are, and take advantage of the beautiful, like the blue skies and the clouds and all of that. It's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. It's good to slow down. So, all right, guys, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.